I'm Paul Perkins with the check of your ag weather. After our coldest highs in the next week, in the mid to upper 20s this afternoon, could see some freezing drizzle, cause some slick roads after midnight tonight through tomorrow morning, but mostly to the east of Highway 281. Highs tomorrow in most locations warm into the mid 30s to the low 40s, in the low to mid 40s by Thursday and Friday, right near a warm front over southwest Nebraska and northwest Kansas. Highs tomorrow range anywhere from the upper 40s to the upper 60s, and the mid-40s to the low 50s on Thursday and Friday. Northern Nebraska could be clipped by some light snow Friday night through Saturday. A cold front drops our highs into the mid-30s to around 40 over the weekend. Another shot of colder air could bring light snow Monday when highs cool even more to the low to mid-30s. The long-term forecast holds on to the prediction of colder than normal temperatures for Nebraska and Kansas Sunday through February 17th, especially the early to middle of next week. It won't be overly snowy, though, with slightly above normal precipitation indicated for Sunday through February 17th for both Nebraska and Kansas. Key weather factors the markets are watching include an active storm track in the U.S., lingering rain in parts of central Brazil, and rain for the driest areas of Argentina. A nearly stationary front oriented west to east across the U.S. continues to separate cold weather across the north from warm conditions in the south. Multiple disturbances track along the front, helping to focus precipitation mostly across the eastern U.S. Back-to-back storms produce widespread precipitation of varying times from the mid and upper Mississippi Valley to the mid and northern Atlantic coast. 5-day precipitation should top an inch in parts of the Ohio Valley and mid-Atlantic. Across the south, along with the central and southern plains, mostly dry weather prevails the next 5 days. Another chance of precipitation, the early to middle of next week, focuses mostly across the south. That's followed by another precipitation chance late next week and weekend. Colder air continues its push south throughout the U.S. for next week. Mississippi River water levels are on the rise, and active weather this month likely to keep those water levels rising into spring. In central Brazil, lingering rain could lengthen delays for soybean harvest and second crop corn planting. Field work in central Brazil is very behind, and the very short window for timely planting of second crop corn is being watched. Towards Argentina, where crop conditions are declining from heat and dryness, there's a chance of rain in southern areas through tomorrow, one of the best chances over the last several weeks. Crop conditions in Argentina should be stabilized before more hot and dry weather follows late this week and weekend. Rain in Argentina next week unlikely to be very widespread or helpful. Overseas in Europe, drier weather most of this week benefits overly wet areas. Late this week and weekend, Spain, Italy, and parts of northern Africa expect needed precipitation for vegetative wheat. I'm Paul Perkins. That's a check of your ag weather.